Hello everyone and welcome to today's deck profile for set 12 of the OP12 Sanji for Sanji, a blue and purple 4-life 5k power leader with the Straw Hat Crew type and the Vinspoke family typing. A bit of an interesting deck because, as you can see from the list, very event heavy as it is built into his leader ability. If you're not familiar with Sanji, his activate main once per turn Dawn -1, activate up to one Straw Hat Crew type event from your hand with an original cost of 3 or less. So for one Dawn, you can play a 3-cost event. On paper, it didn't seem like crazy to me at the first glance. I think in my first reaction to this leader, I said, and obviously so, like, it depends on what good events they print for Sanji. Obviously, Straw Hat Crew, there's a ton to pick from as we had already, but they did print a fair amount of good ones and they gave him some good characters for as well. So definitely a deck you can probably take the locals. And then we also have the when attacking, if the number of Dawn cards on your field is equal or less than the number on your opponent's field, you add one Dawn from your Dawn deck and rest it. So basically making it so that first ability is free to use as long as your leader can attack. We do have a lot of Dawn minusing abilities to protect some of our characters, so that is something to keep in mind. But for the most part, we won't really be behind our opponent too much, and we are getting a lot of free value, which is good. But again, I haven't seen a ton of people playing this deck at like top level. I guess I should say, like, I don't know if it's still missing something. Again, I'm very new to the deck, so this is going to be my first look and take on it. But definitely something that you could probably still take the locals and do pretty well. You probably take it to a store tournament and do pretty well. I would have to look into it a bit more, but as I was looking for deck lists, I just didn't see too many of big regional showings for Sanji. But who knows? Anything can change with more support, right? But let's get into this. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you like these deck profiles, and if you want to support me, you can check out the links in the description. I've got a coupon code for Den Garden, Straw Hat Pecan for 5% off that stacks on top of their deals that they're running right on top of these. And also just transparency, I got the list from here. This is the author. Like I said, fairly new to the deck. So yeah, not taking credit for any of the list. And I'd love to be proved wrong if, you know, you guys think that Sanji is stronger. I just think, and hold on, there also could be a lot of changing in the meta with the ban list. So I'm actually very interested to see. I'm not downplaying or talking bad on the deck without having played it really. I'm actually very excited because I like decks like this. I like event heavy decks, as it's like something just kind of completely different. You know, a typical deck list, you only see maybe 1, 2, 3 events, right? But in this, obviously it comprises about like half of it, right? So let's get into things. We've got Kaya, a really nice 2k counter in blue, 1 Dawn to get some cycle. It's just a draw 2, trash 2. As we have a lot of events that can clog up our hand, it's important to find the pieces that we need to find. Obviously, from what I've seen, there are some staples in the deck. Obviously, like the cards that were printed directly for it, like this Sanji and this Reiju, feel very crucial for your win condition. So being able to find them are very important. And we also have things like Jozu, our next card, 6/7 1k counter. On play, return one of your characters other than this card to your hand. Return one of cost 6 or lower card from your opponent's, not your opponent's, just any 6 cost or lower character to the original owner's hand. So that can be your opponent or can be another card of yours. Right, but that makes Kaya just a perfect target for that. Very good value for a 2k counter, while also giving us a great target for Jozu to bounce back. I played a lot of this in Boa, right? There's a new card, Charlotte Pudding. 1 cost, 2k power, 1k counter. On play, look at the top 4 cards of the deck. Reveal up to 1 Sanji or event card and add it to your hand. Like I said, very crucial part of the deck to find, so good to find it, having the searcher. This is the 3/5 no counter Sanji. This character gets plus 1k power for every 5 events in your trash. That is very expensive, right? Typically, you probably will only buff up this character like 7 to 8k power, but that is kind of enough because he's a very difficult body to get rid of, and it's another character that you can play out very early that gains power over time. So kind of amps up as the game amps up. So your opponent might not be able to get rid of it, because also he does have protection from removal. That's not once per turn either. If this character will be removed from the field by your opponent's effects, you may return 1 Dawn from your Dawn deck instead. So that's not even once per turn. right? So that is just built-in protection, making it a very good body to get out early, right? Because on 3 Dawn, you can play this character out and then Dawn minus one of those rested Dawn, right? This doesn't have to be an active Dawn that you're returning to play out an event. So very nice. And we got Usohachi, which is a great 2k counter in purple. If you have 8 or more Dawn, you can rest a 5 cost, right? We have the Kamazo, a 2k counter, 4/5, 2. Your turn, once per turn, whenever you return Dawn to your Dawn deck, you can KO one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 2 or less. Obviously, we're doing this every turn, so if your opponent ever has like chump blockers, this is a great card to play out. Any low-cost character that you need to get rid of. We have Reiju, a new card for the deck, 4/5/1. If your trash has 4 or more events, this character gains plus 2,000 power and plus 5 cost. So a 9/7, which is crazy, and it's a blocker. So this makes us pretty easy to defend our life when we need to, having a very high cost, decent power blocker that we can play out pretty early. We've got 1 0 cost event, trash 1 card, go up plus 3,000. We have this Searcher from OP11. If your leader is multicolor, look at the top 5 of your deck, reveal up to 1 Straw Hat Crew type card other than this event, and add it to your hand. So obviously just a nice Searcher you could play for free, right, with your lead ability. We have Concassier. I took like 4 years of French. I can't pronounce nothing anymore. Main, if your leader is Sanji, draw 1 card. Counter, if you have 4 or more events in your trash, up to one of your leader gets plus 4,000 power during this battle. Pretty nice. 1 Dawn for plus 4k without any conditions besides the 4 events, but that's pretty easy in this deck. We have one of the Gum Jet Colverine. Again, I make no promises on my French pronunciation. Main, return up to one of your opponent's characters with an original cost of 4 or less to the bottom of the owner's deck. So this is just bottoming a 4 cost for 1 Dawn, essentially, in our deck. Honestly, I'd like to see if we can bump this copies up to more. This seems like a really good card on paper. But we have this 3 Dawn event. If your leader is multicolored, which we are, choose 1, return up to one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 4 or less to the owner's hand, or if you have 6 or less cards in your hand, draw 2. So this is like Peel Off and Brick Fist built into 1, I think it was. Then we got 1 3,000 Worlds. Obviously, you can't use this with your lead ability as it's too high, but it's nice. Tempo removal for Dawn to bottom deck a 5 or less. And then we have 2 Red Rock, just bottom deck anything. And then, honestly, I would like to... Man, it's like decks like this where you don't want Gum banned, because it's like, what did Sanji do to anyone? Right? Obviously, it's still a very, very pesky counter event to deal with and can make going for game really just overcomplicated and pretty difficult. But 1 Dawn counter event, Dawn -2. You can trash one card from your hand. If your leader has the Straw Hat Crew type, get plus 4,000 power for one of your characters or leaders for the battle, and then draw 2. So obviously we can use this card. We're going to use it at max copies, right? It's best defense counter event in the game. We have another 1 Dawn event. Main, if your leader is Sanji, look at the top 3 cards of your deck, put 1 card into your hand, and then place the rest at the bottom of your deck in any order. When it just says place card in hand, doesn't say reveal, you don't have to reveal, so don't reveal it, right? And then we have our last event, 3 Dawn. Main, if the number of Dawn on your field is equal or less to the number on your opponent's field, draw 1 card, then give it to one of your opponent's characters, minus 3,000 power during this turn. Pretty good, right? This can help us clear some big bodies or get over a big blocker. Honestly, stuff like this is like, just gives me flashbacks to dealing with the 8 cost Captain Kidd, but I don't know if we'll see him too much in the meta anymore. Truthfully, I feel like it's just been, I don't even know if Bonnie is going to be using, I guess it does, I don't know, I haven't looked at Bonnie list, but that's just a side note. But yeah, definitely some really strong events here that we can quickly tempo and try to outpace your opponents by getting rid of their early game while you establish yours. And this kind of just, like I said, grows stronger over time. This Reiju is just a very strong card you can get out early. And yeah, very interesting leader. Let's get into some games. Let me know what you think of it down in the comments. What leader are you looking forward to in set 12? And let's try it out. All right, we got Kuzan. We'll go first. I feel like I Well, we have some searchers, so I guess one Don look for a Sanji. We don't find Sanji, but so we have a few draw options next turn anyway. It's just a plain draw card. I wouldn't mind some tempo, but also Kuzan, I don't know if he's going to play anything great, but we can just draw 2 instead of drawing 1, so that's way better. What am I thinking of? But we don't have a great one Don option, right? Or like something to play out on 3. I feel like if we're going first, we just want to have that Sanji, right, to play out. Search with Tashigi. Finds a Garp. All right, so we'll look at just doing a bunch of searching, right, to get the most value out of our hand. We'll see, find a Sanji. Can't play him out now, which sucks, so we'll draw. And I don't mind drawing again. And then Don minus to draw 2. And then we'll go here, gain arrested. So we just did that for free. So we got huge hand. We do have to be worried about putting, as that is an option. We're not crazy hand size right now, but we got a bunch of events in the deck, or in the trash. So Sanji will be a little bit buffed up. The good part about this is if we have Sanji and Reiju on board, it does make for a bit of a, we'll 2K just to keep our hand size a little bit down. A little bit harder to justify using like removal against them because you can't hit Reiju with Grav Blade. You'd have to Red Rock. So let's see. We don't have a great option besides Kaya to do some more shenanigans with events. So I guess we will try and find so I don't want to just get rid of all of my 2K counters right in one go, but I'm imagining we have to get rid of an 8 cost. That could be nice tempo, right? Gum Gum Giant just means it's, yeah, all right, yeah, we'll be greedy. Okay, so I could use this to just try and find a better Straw Hat event, right? Okay, I guess it's just kind of cycling, right? So we'll go here, done minus, draw into a 2K counter. Great. All right, so we almost have a 7K already, and we haven't really gone down and done at all, right? And also he can't really get rid of Sanji anyway, with right, because we'll just protect it by Don minusing. Cavendish is a little annoying. Oh, he's going 5 and 5. We'll take 1, and then we'll go 1K, because here we'll probably play out you and you, and then we don't have a good event though. I could Red Rock. That would be fun. Yeah. But I should have probably, I might have wanted to take, because if I'm going to put out a 7K blocker that doesn't really get bottom decked. No, I'm going to definitely save that for upcoming turns. But do I even want to swing with the Sanji, right? Because I don't really have the tools to defend it. So I think I'll just leave him standing and play out both of you. And pass, because we have a 7K blocker. He's probably going to play on curve like Garp, so we can block out. So then maybe I should have swung with Sanji, right? Yeah. If he just plays Garp into something else, we would have a 5 and a 6. I can defend the 6 with the blocker and just take the 5 if I wanted to. We'll definitely Red Rock you, because it's going to get him more value the longer it stays out, cycling out his hand. 6 will block. 5 I think we'll just take. Oh, well, that's great. With this bottom deck's a 3 or less. 3 or less? No. Oh, I could Jozu. All right, so we're following turn, so we'll Yeah, I feel like I'm slowing down because I just don't have the events to remove. I mean, we have choices. I definitely want to get rid of you and then put pressure there. So let's go here, get rid of that. That's 11 cards in the trash, but not all events. Darn it. So let's go 6. I can Gum too. I want to get rid of the Cavendish. So let's go 6 here. We'll go 6 again. Just get cards out of his hand. Huge. He gives it up. Okay. We'll go 7 at life. If I had that 3 down event to bounce back or bottom deck the 4 cost, would have been nice. Kuzan. Okay. So next turn we can bounce back. We can't bounce back Kuzan because he gets that plus cost in hand, right? For 6 and more. Or 5 or more cards in hand, which we are not going to get him down, right? Definitely not. We'll just block. I think we'll Gum to get rid of this and then put more events in our trash. Also, I just kind of want to cycle out my hand. Cool. Jozu, another 2K. I could swing kind of like, we know he has the event too. I could swing a little bit. We still didn't get enough events to get 7Ks here. Oh, that's so sad. Let's go. Maybe we can try and find an event. We do. Okay. We can draw 2. We can also get another Gum. But I kind of want to just draw so that we can put back that. Go here. Draw 2. Okay. Are these buffed yet? Yes. So we need to get him down 3 cards. Let's go here. Just give me 1 case. Gain arrested. He takes. Okay, never mind. Never mind. We'll probably play out you and you, I guess. No. Oh no, he can't attack. Forgot. So yeah, we'll just fill up our board with attacks, I guess. Well, that's leaves us no down for Gum. I almost kind of forgot that he can't attack. We'll replace Surgery there and just pass. I could have probably just swung with the Rager. I don't think we need to worry about our blocker. I mean, he has a crazy board. I think we missed a turn of events. Or turn of 2, right? Picks up a 2K, which does suck. But we have enough counter to defend if he goes for game. But I don't think that... I mean, he doesn't have any blockers. He's getting rid of another one for attacks. Yeah, we knew he had that event. And he has a lot of 2Ks. I wish we had pudding in this deck. I don't know why we're not running pudding, to be honest. Let's go 1. We'll go another 1. He's just successfully getting cards out of my hand. We'll go 2. Ados will take. Okay. We'll go 2. Right. We don't really. 2 Gums, and if I put up 2 blockers, that'd be crazy. We have 1, 2, 3 swings. He has an event that makes him go +4. I could put up blocker. I think we could survive another turn with just Gums. So let's go here. Boom. Let's go here. Don minus to go here. put it on Garp. Right? I do want counter though. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Just leave that up for another plus 4,000. So 7, 7. Getting arrested. Does he have enough swings with 2 blockers, 1 life, and then a bunch of events? He might just take and just try to bait me into going all on, but does not. Let's see if we can survive. We do have to take this last life to have another card to cycle out because we don't want to just use our events, right? These are what's going to save us. But if we use 2 Gum Gum Giants, that will put us back a lot. We're at 10 Don. That'll put us back to 6. We'll only go up to 8. Let's take. Okay, that's a perfect card to cycle out, right? Let's go. Boom. Trash you. Bam to 9. So he knows we picked this up, right? He knows we picked it up. We have a 2K, and then, oh, he's going Garp into something else. Interesting. And not just going for game. Kuzan. Okay, getting rid of another one of our attacks. We still have, these are 7Ks, right? We have a bunch of 7Ks. We're at 16 cards in the deck. Like I said, you're not going to see these go above like 8K, right? I don't even know if we have that many events in the deck to put up to like 9. Probably not. We'll go 2. If he goes a little lighter, we can just defend this a lot easier, right? Is this for leader? One of your leader. Yeah. Unfortunate, it's only leader. I didn't even realize that. Yep. I think if I Don -2, it's the same thing as keeping another 7K, right? Because that's 2 Don we're losing. To swing with, right? But it could actually go up. I don't know how many events we're at. We could give an 8K swing out of it. So let's go here. Dun dun. Boom. Bam. And we got 2 counter. Okay, so just block. Two Don, but 4 cards in hand. Ooh, putting up a blocker. No, Chichigi searching. Okay, now I feel like he found a 2K. Okay. All right. 1 Don, so we can go +4. You can attack, but we have. Yeah, these are 8K now. So I think it was worth to get the 1 Don across the board because that put an event in our trash, right? Let's go here. Let's go 10. I spaced out for a second. I thought, you know, figured 9, but I guess we're getting that out. And then another 2K, which we know he had. So that gets us, if he uses, yep. So that's all of our hand knowledge. I don't know if this gets, I don't know how many events we have, right? So we'll just see if that buffs it. It doesn't. So whatevs. Let's go just 7. He only has 2 cards in hand. I think we got this with just the amount of swings we have, right? So no swings. We'll go 7 and then 7. Definitely felt like I messed up quite a bit, and felt like there were some turns where I just wish I had obviously different things in the hand, but like, yeah, I don't know. Very strong cards. Like I said in the very beginning, these are bread and butter. Obviously, like the only characters you have really to swing with are these and then like Jozu. So obviously these are going to be our strongest pieces to get out. So just filling the board up with these and filling our trash with events. We got down to like, what? An insane low amount of, we have 29 in trash. So that is kind of crazy. But yeah, even though it was a little awkward, it did feel like a very fun experience, right? We got Rayleigh. I think we mulligan this amount of 2Ks. Okay, let's search. Find me a Sanji. We don't find the Sanji. I think we just tried to tempo him. For sure, for sure. Boa. Pick up the observation hockey. We don't find that. This would have been, this is really good actually to get on 4 now that I'm thinking about it. Let's search 3 first. Okay. That's good. Then we'll search. Where's my Sanjis? Where are my Sanjis? Let's go here. Just draw a card. And then let's go here. I'm stupid. I'm dumb. I'm very dumb. Wow. Good job. I'm so stupid. How do I make these mistakes? Oh. You have to. Oh, well, it's okay. It's okay. We just made him think that I don't have more events than I do. Right? So this is actually good because we can KO one of the boas. And yeah, this seems perfect for like the Rayleigh matchup. This seems like the mulligan for it, honestly. Don't like this because what is this going to be? 2 6Ks? I don't want a 2K out with these. Honestly, I want 2 of them out on the board. Right? Okay, he's got armament and observation. Okay. The best part about playing all these different decks is you start like picking up on, we'll see if we can a better 2K. We don't. On like the events and what they do in their name. Hey, I forgot he was going to do that. That's rude as hell. All right, bottom deck that. Get you out of there. Yep, that's fair and fine. Oh, okay. Well, that makes it, I guess, easier, right? I will pull up a blocker. Let's go here. Well, let's see. I guess we'll take another blocker or 2K counter. 2K counter. Let's go here. Let's we don't have 6 or less. This is actually, yeah. Well, when I use it though, I will. Yeah. Gotta remember that. Okay, cool. And we drew into more 2Ks. And there's finally a Sanji. Let's go 5 of them. And at least by 4 down, he has nothing on the board, right? So next turn, we can play out Kamazo. And then this and get rid of his Luffy into something else, right? We can get rid of... unless it's a 3 cost. Then we're kind of, you know. But if he plays out a 2 or less, boy, is he done for. He's searching. Okay. There's the Luffy. Maybe he didn't have it. Probably didn't have it before. Same ones. Conquerors. Oh, he's got Conquerors and armament. But he used the observation. He probably got... Yeah, I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to get rid of that for sure. But now we have a 7K body to block and counter out a little bit easier, right? So if this is an 8K swing, we just block, give 2. If it's... Oh... 9. We'll go block, boom, and boom. I didn't want to get rid of the Jozu because that's just more tempo, right? But is what it is. All right, so let's play out you. Let's Don minus, go here to the owner's hand to the bottom of the deck. This, bottom deck, boom. Look at me, I'm removal. Let's go here. Then we'll just tap 5, boom. Just poke at them, right? Establish our body, right? And then we got even more the next turn. So as long as we can kind of hold on, we're looking for like giant or something like that. Maybe other stuff to refill our hand. We have a 4K event, right? And we know he does play rush cards, obviously. But getting these out as early as we could definitely feels like the move against Rayleigh. And also, that's just like a side note. A big thing when you're learning to play and you're struggling against decks, playing that deck can help. Or at least watching gameplay of it, of people who might have more experience on it, truthfully. Because after playing Rayleigh a good bit, because I like the deck, it was pretty fun. Now I'm kind of thinking of, ooh, that is, what's he going to get rid of? Oh, okay, GG. Did he do it on the wrong one? No, oh no, he just didn't, no, yeah, he didn't have a card on the board. He had to play something out first. Oh yeah, that's unfortunate. He would have had to play out the, no, he just didn't have, I don't think he could have done that, right? You have 2 attached Don, which he would have attached 1 with this, right? So unless he had like a Sanji, yeah. So that's just unfortunate, but that is just practice. You know, getting used to it. I made mistakes. Like the exact same thing happened to me, kind of on a lesser scale, right? That was pretty detrimental. He could have done a lot more with his cards in hand. He did a couple of searchers, right, to find something better to play out with Luffy. But I messed up one of my turns where I could have used an event but didn't. So GG. It is what it is. But I think that's still good learning tips for anyone newer, right? Gotta properly look through it. But even if you're not newer, like, you can make mistakes like that. That's totally fine. It's the same. Stuff happens. But yeah, definitely good to play a variety of decks when you're still learning. Sometimes, or at least look up information. Like, you shouldn't not know anything about the other decks in the meta. I think that's it, right? Be well versed in what's going on in the meta if you're really trying to get better, so you know what those decks want to do and can do, so that you can kind of play around it, right? Once I knew, like, Rayleigh, and he plays a lot of 2 costs, 1 cost, like the Boa, right? I was like, wow, this is actually a really good tech option for this deck. When I got into Sanji and I was looking at this card, I'm like, yeah, this seems pretty nice. It does help us. But I remembered Rayleigh, another deck super high in the meta in popularity. This makes a lot more sense, right? So even if it wasn't a full match, I think that is definitely stuff to learn from, right? Ooh, okay, we got Robin. And we're lost dice roll, so going second. Oh, this is interesting. I think we'll mulligan because we're gonna look for. Yeah, Rage is pretty good, right? Couple searchers. That's not bad, right? Couple of searchers. Definitely gotta take a Sanji, as there's 2 of them there. We can't bottom deck all of them. I'll take a Gum Gum Giant, pass. The key is just to do the searches really fast, so it's harder for your opponent to keep up track with what you're finding. Obviously, that you know. No, I'm obviously kidding. Let's see, 6, 7, 8 at us. Yep. So we'll lose that. We'll probably lose the second life if they got the 6 cost Robin. But that's... No, it's not fine. What am I talking about? And this doesn't really do anything for us because, you know, unless I get a blocker. Baby 5. Yep. I would have loved that card. I would have loved that card. No. Yeah, I don't really have anything else to do. I could Kaya actually and play out Sanji, because then we can look for events to do. I think that might be better. We find event to do. We'll get rid of you for sure, and then I don't want to give them back any 6 costs they play out. Not gonna lie. So let's go Don minus to play out you. Straw Hat event. We'll get our draw. Go here. Ramp back. And they take, and then we'll play out Sanji, which can't get removed, but I don't want them to, because I don't want to Don minus too much anyway, right? Like, even though it's got the protection built in, I doubt I want to have to use it, right? I don't want to have to use it. But how many events do we have in the trash? 5. That is going to be hard to keep up with. Luckily, the numbers aren't like crazy. Like, if it was every 4 events in trash, it would be a lot crazier. But definitely going to be something to have to keep up with in-person events, right? Or where the sim doesn't just do it for you automatically. Maybe they don't have the 6-drop Robin, and that'd be really good for me. So we'll get some cards back in our hand next turn. That, I don't like that. See, I don't like that. Now I have to Don minus. Just do it 2 more times. No, you crazy. Go down to 0 life just to prove a point. Okay. They're gonna go 8, 9 at us. Okay. Yep. All right. pitch another 2K. So that's 3 2Ks they've gone through, right? I would have liked that card as well. I'll be honest, that seems like a nice one. So we'll go... I do want to just swing a little higher. Because I doubt they have a lot of 2Ks, truthfully. But we weren't going to get to 10 events in trash this turn. We'll see if they have a 2K. Right now our trash is just -1 and then it's all events. So yeah, let's do 6 at life because I would have... luckily we're still lower than them because they're ramping too. I forgot to use my events first, but I was trying not to play out Reiju. Well, no, she would have been 9 cost, so I doubt like an Onami, right? Can't really get rid of her, so... They are going to be at 9 Dawn next turn so they can heal, right? Which I think that's probably what they've got. It's just a bunch of heals. Go here. Go here. Draw 2. End. So now we have a blocker that we can block out. I wish we probably should have played this out earlier. I wish we did, but we just didn't have a great 4 Dawn turn in terms of like events to use, but maybe maximizing the events wasn't that crazy. But also they were just swinging pretty high. It's not like they were poking 5 at us, right? So I think what we did was better. Now they have a huge hand. And if they make me protect Sanji again, that would be pretty annoying because then we'll go down to 4 Dawn, only up to 6, right? That is actually hurt us a bit, right? We would have been at 6 Dawn here, going up to 8. So against a ramp deck that also removes can be quite pesky. Okay. 6. They have 8 Dawn. We just block this out. Aton, maybe 8-drop Kid, or probably the blocker, I would say. Then yeah, I would have liked to have the Red Rock. Would have been nice. Red Rock would have been nice. If Up Luffy does get hit though, which it definitely is, maybe we don't need to justify putting in more Red Rocks. I don't want to trash, but if I think we could just go for game. We lost a Red Rock, or not a Red Rock, a Giant. Yeah, do I just stack all and just go for it? We have a 2K, 1K, 2K. I don't know. Do we leave up 1 for Giant? Could we have... Wait, we probably should have swung Sanji first. Yeah, technically we should have swung Sanji first with all the Dawn. And then... No, right? Because we have 9. So we would have had to do 2 events, actually. So that is unfortunate. 11, 13. Okay, let's go. What do I want to do? I guess just look at the... I could have kept up more Dawn, too. Let's go here. Don't need to do that. I guess we'll just go here, try and find some counter. We found a 2K. Cool. And we'll go here, get arrested, go 5 at life. I honestly feel kind of confident swinging with my blocker, truthfully. Because I have 3 2s, a 1, and a Gum Gum Giant. And a 7K is actually kind of threatening in this situation. 5 in hand. They took a 6K a couple turns ago. Alright, GG. Yeah. They had a lot of bricks for some heals. Again, I've heard that Saul isn't bad. I guess it does help you with the hand size, but I don't know. All right, we got Rosinante. I don't know. We'll see. We see things. We see things. I think we see things. Okay. Pass. I wanted to build this deck too, but it really just feels, I don't know. It just feels very awkward to me. I don't know. I think just basing the entire deck around like 2 characters was just, I don't know, a little much. But I mean, here we are playing Sanji, which is just Straw Hat Crew events and just Sanji. It's Sanji and Reiju for the most part. So what can I say? I guess nothing. 6 at us. We'll take 3 Dawn for... I don't know. Another 5k? No, the Searcher. Got it. Okay. Bottom deck you? Use this for free? Or do I gamble to try and find a better event to use for free? Well, it's the same thing, actually, but he doesn't know that. In his mind, maybe I got that... Oh, what the... Whoopsies. That lucky top deck. Let's go. Boom, bam. 5. We'll hit him with 6. It is a very interesting, right? Like, Dawn minus 1 to get... Like, 1 Dawn to get 2 Dawn of value. It's actually not that crazy. But I guess it is. So, like, I don't know. But it, like, just depends on the law, right? Like, if they ever give you a really good law... Alright. Alright. I guess that's the risk you take. Fair enough. We'll play out Reiju. And then... draw a card for free? Or do I risk it that this... Nah, there's no way that the next one is... Ah, see, it's a Reiju. Alright, so we'll just go... Just go 8 at life. Getting arrested. Was it 6 Dawn? I guess there isn't... I guess a lot... I don't know. Just really wanted that Sanji gone. Yeah, I feel like this deck... I feel like we just need pudding, like, right? I don't know. Maybe not need pudding, but... Like, why not? Do I take this? 7 Dawn? I feel like we'll just free block, right? We got free block, we'll free block. We don't need more cards. I don't know. Did he need to Dawn minus? I don't think there's a law. I guess he's got more Dawn now to work with. Sure. 6. I guess we'll take. Sure. Alright. Well. Oh, that buffs him. I forgot. I guess we do want to get rid of them then. So we'll go here. Let's go. Boom. Use this. Here, KUU. Draw 2. That's just a lot of draw. Go here. Do I want to get rid of them? I don't know. I don't think we need to worry about it that much. We'll go 6 of life, get 1k out of hand. Or do I go another? I think we do. I have a lot of... Nah... We'll hope that he doesn't have another one to play out, but then again, his whole deck is lost, so and things to find the law, so... Right, because then we can get more value off of the 7k into a 5k leader base, right? But then I'm running into this problem where it's like it's the same thing with blue over and over, is that there's just awkward numbers to get rid of depending on the deck, right? For this deck, we can get rid of a lot of small things. I think I'll just 2k to be honest. But then a big body or anything like 7 and above, really, I can't really deal with without like a red rock. Law. He put the 2k trigger body law. We'll go here, then go 2. 4 Dawn. We'll have giant next turn. We also draw a lot, so that's cool. Oh, thank goodness gracious. All right, let's see. Well, now I would have liked the Kaya. Darn it. Let's go draw. Oh, actually, no, we can return 4 cost less to the owner's hand. That's probably better. I was gonna Jozu, but you know. All right, so let's done minus to do that. Draw 2 and then KO you. Take that, ha ha ha. Play out you. I know he has a 1k counter. Can we get rid of this? Probably not. Let's go draw a card. Okay. So leave up 1 for giant. Let's go 6 and 6. Because he's gonna play out that body, right? So I should have just swung 5. Oh, he doesn't want to play it out super easily. Okay. Getting arrested. Did he play it out or does he keep it for counter? That's the thing. He keeps it for counter. All right. Now let's try and pressure him down. Because if he's afraid of playing out the body, right? Then maybe he doesn't have a lot of counter besides that. So maybe we can really pressure him down this turn, right? To set up lethal the following turn. So he gives us the... Okay, so that's all the information we had on his hand. Okay, got him down to 1 life. Ooh, Bonnie. Okay. Some cycle. Seems like it's just a lot of... Was that his first Bonnie? Or no, there was a second one. Okay. Pass. So yeah, this is 7k. These are 7ks. Not horrible to defend if he wants to play something out. That's rude. He really hates the Sanji. Fair enough. It is a pesky card, right? But he can't just stack all to get rid of it, because then we have a bunch of other 7ks. We have other stuff he needs to deal with too. He needs to somehow clear my entire board, but I think we just have too much counter, right? We have 2k, 1k, and a Gum Gum Giant. That depends on what we get from the Giant, but, you know... we'll go 2, 1. Actually, I probably should have gianted because I might have, I don't know. It could put more events in the trash that would actually buff it up. That's going to be an annoying thing to deal with in person, right? Like, as you're countering out with giant, you've also got to recount how many events are in your trash. It's not as simple as like Burgess, right? Where like a Blackbeard player just has their trash set up and is counting as they go, because this is specific events, right? You have to like keep your trash organized, right? And just like keep the events separate, maybe. I don't know. But we drew into some nice counters, so we can probably defend. He's got 5 Don left. He goes 10. Oh, wait, no. Oh, yeah, he heals. What did he put there? What did he put? He put a brick. Okay, he put that. All right, counter 1. So we know he has a brick there, so I assume he doesn't have a lot of counter. So let's go okay, yeah, GG. He had a 2k and then an event, and then that was a brick, and then that's a brick too. So yeah, we just had too scary of a board. All right, but those are some games. Overall, I would say pretty fun and interesting concept, but yeah, I don't know, for me personally, I feel like there's just missing some pieces that could make this really, really good. And obviously you can't have everything in a deck, but like I talked about, there's some odd spots of like tempo / control that you're missing. And then there are answers to this and this, which are our bread and butter, right? In the current meta, I think we have probably some bad matchups. I didn't find like much green Zoro today, but I'd imagine that since this and this can just be easily rested and swung into pretty heavily, that'd be pretty hard to defend, because we want these just on our board, just getting stronger, right? And yeah, I don't know, could be an interesting deck to play. I'd like to see how this goes with the ban list, right? Because if Gum Gum Giant gets hit, then this is hurt pretty bad, right? Hurt pretty bad. Being a 4-life leader and having a lot of bricks in the deck, that's unfortunate if that does happen. But overall, had a pretty fun time. Definitely would like to revisit a bit. Let me know if you played Sanji, what your list looks like, anything you changed you did differently. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and hope to see you on the next one. Bye bye.